And this time, we have a Leslie on the side of Donut and a Glue on the side of ATM. This is probably gonna be a big game. Let's not forget CCAT on the Novaria. The front three is going to be big.
It all started to be like a pick-off kind of comp coming up from Burning Stash with this Kaja. Then they couple up with a Glue, which kind of solidifies that fact. Although they have a Frederick who wants to engage, they have a solid pick-off type of composition. Nevertheless, Blacklist International, I like this Baksha pick because this means that there is someone to go with Edward whenever they will want to go to Donut's place.
Oh My Venus is the first player to achieve 100 assists in MSC 2023. Trailing behind is Echoes Yaoi with 88. So, right on that point, there's actually an engage here in the mid lane. D7 might be caught, forced to use the dash, holding on to the flicker. But I do want to bring up one thing here, Wolf. CCAT chose to go for Mystery Shop.
That's actually very surprising. I didn't think that would be the case. But then again, he's a mid laner, so he'll output the damage. He's not going to be focusing on like spamming his spells as much as you would if you're rocking the Impure Rage. And this might be because they want to take advantage of the Kaja ultimate.
ATM already dove early on here, but Wise will just give the respect that they need. But also Edward. Bargain Hunter.
The focus on the bottom lane is very evident from the side of Blacklist International. The amount of priority that this Joyce have and how he can just make his way over to the middle lane is fast. And do note that when it comes down to the mid-to-mid matchup, Novaria clears the wave way faster than Valentina. And it makes sense for Oh My Venus to try to come in to clear the wave and help Valentina to unlock him, to move him around the map in order for them to both hit level 4 for the turtle fight.
Look at the minimap. Wise is actually up top. He understands that he can get back to the turtle anyways, or maybe just trade the purple buff.
Yeah, D7 doesn't have level 4, so he's not able to actually zone Wise away. Wise will just take that away, but he uses the Retribution now. Chima will find the turtle for free. Chima with the taunt now onto Venus. That's everybody! That's D7 with the flicker combo and the Divine Judgment. US though able to maneuver out. Now with the split stolen away, he should be able to escape. Burnix Flash, they secure the objective, but Blacklist get a good trade.
Now, that is a trade of a purple buff and a turtle. Yep. Something that I don't see much from Blacklist International is to give away the turtle.
Yeah. Well, they did do that in MPLPH Season 11's finals. They gave away the first turtle of the game, and then they snowball out of it. And they do it typically with Baksha. The ideology is, once you get more buffs, more neutral camps, versus your jungling matchup, you get so much damage. You get overloaded with levels. Wise is level 6, 3/4 of the way to level 7, while Chima is just level 5. And eventually, Turtle number 2 and 3, and then eventually Lord 1, the experience is just off the roof.
So it all boils down to a matchup of Wise versus Shama. Blacklist International wants to bolster their front lines. They want to keep Wise levels ahead of Shama. It could come into the point whereby it is higher retribution damage in the later stages of the game, or just general damage overall of what a Boxer could do for the team.
And that means that they have the tools to shut down the Glue, right? The Glue is a Glue as well as the Fredrin. They rely on sustain. They want to get back their HP. With the Baksha being in there, it's the way to go. And this is a very smart take from Blacklist International. Not the first time that they did it, but now they're showing it in the international stage at MSC and working full well for their team.
Scary stuff right now. ATM cutting the waves very deep. Might be punished. US stole the Divine Judgment. Good flicker out. That could have been bad as the turtle spawns in. It's already a pretty big battle spell burnt though, so ATM will not have the split nor a flicker.
Well, at least now the turtle is going to be appearing up north, while Blacklist International have 2 personnel down bottom.
Minion Fury and a Divine Judgment. ATM will fall, and that's first blood for Blacklist International in the 4th minute of the game. A lane swap as well, as that was sent down below. Chima should be able to find this turtle for free with the Retribution. Wise unable to go for any invades.
The trade for the turtle while taking ATM down. They found the pickup and they are pushing Owl down to the bottom lane. So now everything is shifted. They're trying to get Owl into the mix. They're trying to give all the priorities over to Owl. After taking down all of these energy turrets, I am rather confident to say that Owl should be able to, once this turret goes down, he should be active and be able to contribute a lot more in fight as compared to Donut, his can't.
Divine Judgment, one more shot from Donut is all he needs, but Edward gets out. Now Venus Jumps in with a knock-up. Donut gonna be knocked up, but US unable to find just some damage here.
Oh, no.
Donut in the midst of it all, jumping back in. US low! He's 7 for the kill. Donut finds it. It's 1 for 1 in the gold lane. Now, who's it worth for?
Oh, definitely side of Blacklist, but because Chima was able to push in the middle, now it shifts and dips back to Burning Splash's favor. The fact that Donut was able to get the kill before he died, that was actually a lot of value for Burning Splash. Then again, Burning Splash, they want to play this late. They cannot win in this early game anyways because this is Blacklist International with Baksha, Joy as well as the Beatrix. They kind of conceded. The fact that they're evening it out, that's already good news for the Cambodians.
The funny thing is the fact that, well, Yue went down because of a single ballista shot. The ballista was the one that got the last hit.
That's right.
Ultimately, that is great for Burning Splash. They're trying to, kind of close up the gap as much as they can. There isn't even much deficit at this point in time. And Blacklist International, they are ready to rumble. They made themselves, they pushed themselves all the way down in the bottom lane after Beatrix is pretty much done farming up all of the energy turrets in the bottom lane. And let's not forget, it's 6 minutes and 20 seconds in.
Yeah.
So Owl got a lot of the turret gold in the bottom lane, but he's actually still behind in gold compared to Burn X Splash's Donut. Something to note down. That means his farming and his laning for Donut has been absolutely spectacular.
All the turrets are still up, so both teams are still playing a little bit more of a stay in the lane kind of composition. Blacklist International still have a lot of lane priority going on.
I was about to say, how does Wise do it? How is he ahead with 2 turtles going to Burn X Splash, but he's still there. Chima is able to win the red tree battle despite being a level down. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, you can already see the Leslie deal damage right now. D7 flickers forward, unable to find UA right now, but Venus Fury comes down. Donut's free, hitting in the back. Venus forced to run away. Burn X Splash, I think they've done enough to zone Blacklist away from this turret, but with a few members walking down again, will Burn actually be able to take this turret down?
A very effective reset. Blacklist International, they're gonna have to go for this reset, but for now, with concealed play, didn't really quite do much, except for the fact to zone them away from the first tier defense turret.
This is such a... That box was set up from Burning Splash so well. They have the concealed play only to threaten...
BOD?
That was BOD, in fact.
7 minutes?
5.5k total for now for Donut. Raw boots though, bare boots. It's the brown boots that he picked up.
And even the Berserker's Fury.
This is massive already. If he gets the Endless Battle next, he can completely just ignore the boots. He has the peel ready, and Edward, he might just get bursted down as the top lane. ATM's gonna be able to escape right now, and it's gonna be a kill! Donut! 7 minutes in, this Leslie is not just scaling, he is snowballing.
This is big.
And now they're gonna steal the purple buff away from Wise. And that timer has expired for Blacklist.
There's a trade though, whenever there's a play. Now though, Burn X Splash getting the better of the trade. Wise ready with an early Twilight armor. Burn gets a tier 2 in the mid lane.
There could be even a possibility that Burn X Splash will want to take this opportunity to starve out Blacklist International as much as possible. First tier, second tier, middle lane, completely gone. As long as they do have information, which is what Donut is looking to do, they will be able to get a very good idea if whether CCAT can push up top. And now, with the information, they know!
Venus with the flicker, CCAT gonna be gunned down, but he's able to escape right now as Tamal walks forward! The Cambodian crowd goes wild, the taunt connects onto Yue as he soaks in a lot of damage, and Yue will fall to the 7th. The Praises Brand and the Divine Judgment brings Venus back to Donut. It's another snipe down. Ow! Oh! Very low, they're looking for a dive. The Bennett's Rage committed out. Owl, no flicker. CCAT looking for one. CCAT has come alive. 9 minutes in, perfectly timed, perfectly converted from the Cambodians to a Lord.
Game 1 was a warm-up, dudes. Burn X Splash, this is their true form. Perfect movements coming up from CCAT. He avoids the full gank of Blacklist, forcing the flicker out, gets out of the map, then goes down to flicker out and save his teammates. Then lands the killing blow onto Owl. They're on fire.
I'm getting the shivers. Blacklist International probably is having that as well.
I've never seen Blacklist forced to fight. Wise had to go up front, shield unity in to just open up the map, and Burn X Splash chunks him down despite having a Twilight armor.
Let me remind you what the burn timers are. 9 minutes. It's their timing. Burn X Splash, they group up together, they outplay their opponents. Donut is a league ahead of the Beatrix this game, and with 3 items incoming, if Seagat
Judgment now, ATM jumps forward in the back line. Donut free hitting. Donut free hitting in the back. Seacat found the kill. Wise now taunted up. Donut has a few more shots in him. The Divine Judgment brings him back. Donut's wild. It's a mega kill for Donut. 3 members down. The Beer's crashing committed. But it's going to be Owl who gets chunked down. Donut has one more shot and he can kill Owl. He's waiting. They're marching.
7 seconds, 9
One
seconds.
more set. A few seconds for Venus to respawn. They're not going to be able to take this base down for now. But they've been able to crack the base open. Burn X Flash with a 6,000 gold lead up against Blacklist.
For a second, I thought that they will do what they did in game number 1.
Yeah.
So, I was kind of scared.
But at least there is going to be parallel push from the top and the bottom lane, right? We do have the mega creeps that will march on forward. But for now, the main thing that we want to see is exactly the outplay or the play around coming in from Burn X Flash and Blacklist International. What exactly transpired down here?
Very crucial grenade coming out from Donut to actually stop Edward, because Edward was onto him already. When he timed his second skill, the grenade was there, he was able to get out and also stop Edward from dashing through. That was so crucial because now Edward cannot reset the dashes anymore.
11 minutes and 30 seconds left. Burn X Flash, they are in the zone. They are waiting for the Lord to eventually appear. And I believe that the nightmare of game number 1 is playing in their head. They're thinking about this. What is the core game plan here in order to not execute the same mistake that they have did in the previous game?
Just don't group up. Utilize the range of Donut. I think that they're going to be fine, right?
Don't group up.
Just remember that the Donut is long range, like hell of a range actually.
So all they got to do, hang back a little bit. But contradictory right now, Burn X Flash grouped up in Blacklist International's jungle. They were preparing themselves for something. But Blacklist International, they were disciplined. They do not want to push everyone else out. But Seacat is the only one that made his way down to the bottom lane to try to defend. But these 2 members all the way down below, they are not making a move just yet. And this slow, steady, bushwhack move, this positioning may be very important to the upcoming Lord's fight. What exactly is the game plan here from Wise and Edward?
They found Donut right now, and that's going to be the dive coming in. Donut flickering out of the wall right now, a good second skill, but Donut's getting cut down! Donut will fall! Infinite Fury on the 3! They have grouped up! Seacat clinging on to dear life. Yue with a flicker forward, and Blacklist with a key back into the game. They have found a way. Burn that Filipino bush in the bottom lane.
The Filipino bush.
Is that really a thing?
I don't know. Is it a thing, Wolf?
We'll make
It is a thing.
We'll make it a thing now.
Yeah,
It's a Filipino bush.
You have a wing. You have wings, bushes on the left wing bush on the left side, right side the right wing bush, south side window bush. That was the play, and to be in all due fairness, you thought that it will be read through by Burn X Flash, but oh my Venus player, well look at that jump.
Wow.
Wow.
That was so beautiful to see.
Orchestrated. This is absolutely just asking for it. Blacklist International has played out this moment, played out what they wanted. And that is the result that they have. They brought down 4 members from Burn X Flash, and they even gotten themselves the Lord.
Okay.
Seacat was the only one who could have opened up the map. He was clearing out the waves down below as well. The fact that he didn't just throw a random skill over there, it caused this to happen. Blacklist the way back into the game, and now they're truly getting flashbacks of game number 1.
They have even the lead. Like it's not just them cutting deficit. This is them getting the lead. And I mean, the way that they played this Baksha, it's so smart. Right now from the side of Blacklist International.
I didn't think that this is how they were played either. I thought it was, Baksha, a lot of mobility, run here, run there, become a wheel, crash and bang. So, at this point in time, Blacklist International, they're just holding it down, back to their disciplined gameplay. Calm, compose, and look for the final time, or look for the right time to eventually jump in on the right person.
ATM, I don't think he is the right person. He pops in, the split though. D7's looking for a Divine Judgment as Edward's gonna be caught! Edward's brought back to the team with the flicker as well, Chama with the taunt, but he's able to escape. A good Minion's Fury by Venus to help with the disengage. Blacklist International running for the hills. They do not want to commit this time around. They can get poked down still. And Burn X Flash will be able to defend their base.
Completely walked out of there. Edward was pulled in and caught with the Divine Judgment. But somehow, it just doesn't seem to do much.
Yep. D7 stayed in that bush up top for quite a long time, and he did not find the opening onto Edward. Well, he did find it eventually, but there wasn't Donut in the vicinity. And Oh My Venus usually blocked that shot. That's why you can see that the entirety of BLACKLIST International just got away. It's because the fact that D7 cannot find a good look. Surely, eventually, he got Edward, but it wasn't enough. They needed more.
I mean, Donut was also focusing on hyper-focused in the middle lane. While the Divine Judgment was going on, he didn't land a single shot in.
Oh, Divine Judgment, Immortality going to be down right now as the flicker comes through from Venus. But that's going to be the gun down once again. Donut free hitting in the back, not able to find that Minute Fury range. Owl's doing the same thing right now, but CCAT has some damage. Donut trying to delay Venus with the ultimate, opens up the vision. Oh, some snipes going down. D7 trying to provide some more vision for Burnix Flash to play with. Both of the junglers down. Both the teams will not be able to contest for the Lord for now.
It's a 1-for-1 trade. Burnex Flash, this is the game, or rather that was the fight where Donut was able to contribute to all of the lockdowns that his own teammate managed to bring out.
So for Donut, they're just focused on damage. I mean, I totally understand why. Then again, they're starting the Lord. You have to be careful about this if you're Burnix Flash. You don't know where Edward is. Oh, now they...
Zero information.
Oh, Edward trying to deal some damage right now with a burst. Coming in.
Not good.
But Edward will be bursted first. Vengeance coming down. 1 HP now. Divine Judgment locking out the UN with Winner's Punch, and he's buying some time. But not enough. CCAT finds the kill. D7 losing Immortality. BLACKLIST International still with a better position onto the Lord with the wave pushing in that top lane. BXF, what do they do to take control back?
So, I think that at this point in time, even if Yue is not in this game, the fight, the numbers is still gonna be on a stalemate. Burnex Flash still have to work onto the top lane. They still have to push it up. They still have to defend this. And by the time that Burnex Flash is ready, BLACKLIST International's Yue will come in at the right time. So Wise just need to reset this Lord, push Shamar away, and find the right opportunity.
Oh, the Lord Dance.
5 seconds for you at a spawn. Burnex Flash. This should be free, but Wise, look at Wise. CCAT's opening up the map right now. Wise gonna be spotted down as they try to pressure Wise away. Chama, will he save it for his team, or will Wise, the king of the jungle, come through? Clutch. ATM locking him down right now. Chama! How did Owl steal that? Wise will still fall. Now getting Minute Fury from Venus, but Donut is massive. Another shot down onto the back line. Owl still able to disengage. But BLACKLIST International, they found a way perhaps to prolong the game even more.
That was so sweaty.
He single-handedly saved the game.
Give us a replay. I want to see it. What happened?
Well, by the way,
how did Shamar lose in that retribution fight?
No idea.
I would like to credit Burnix Flash for doing that play. However, even after they lost that the Lord Retribution fight, the fact of the matter is they know what to do. They utilize, instead of like utilizing the Divine Judgment, they opted to go for Glue's ultimate to isolate that Wise. But then again, Chima just really did underestimate, you know, the Renner damage coming out from the Beatrix.
So it really boils down to ATM's positioning. ATM just stuck himself onto Wise and waited for the perfect moment to eventually draw him away from the Lord. While Shamar is still sticking onto the Lord. He stood no time at all, but it's all about the timing. Edward and Oh My Venus.
It's just the Retribution coming up from Chima. The nerfs are getting there.
He retreat late?
Super late. Or maybe a little bit too early. That's the Bennett. And he was probably scared of the damage output of the Beatrix, understandably so.
Yeah, he can see the Bennett's Rage in the air. You gotta have to predict, you gotta have to, not predict, but you gotta have to expect it.
Exactly.
But how much damage can a Bennett's Rage realistically do to a Lord?
It's a lot.
So that's why he's either late or early. You can't time it right.
It's very difficult. And even if you are Chimal, right, you understand why you want to dodge that. Because you don't have he doesn't have a like physical defense, only the blade armor. He didn't have like a Tikaras or something else. He respects the fact that that's a lot of damage. Still, I think it's a mortal sin to lose that fight, especially after the entirety of your teammates doing the right play. They already isolated Wise. Even when you're so good as Wise on the Retribution, the fact that you're away from the Lord, stand no chance.
It was a 100-0. It wasn't a 50-50. It should have been a 100-0, but Owl.
100%, yeah.
It should have been.
Even with Donut, honestly, when you have a Leslie on your team, you technically have 3 Retribution. Say Donut does more than the Retribution.
Probably, yeah. So, I mean, especially since we're looking at true damage after all. BLACKLIST International, they're trying to open the map up. ATM is going to be the front lines of Burn X Flash and getting as much information as they can. Right now, goal lead whatsoever, that's not important anymore. It's only 2K. It's not important.
It's not important.
Now it's all about the team play.
Yep.
The macro, the micro. Who does this? Who does that? And Burn X Flash, they have come so close. They just cannot repeat the same mistake of game number 1.
Let's see. Venus
Hands.
opening up the map. Good poke down onto Venus. Good shot as well. Half HP on Venus. First about the regeneration soon, but he doesn't. Just waits on it. ATM clearing up the mid lane. Both teams still fighting for prio in these lanes.
Yep. Something very thick amount of minions.
Yes. As such, CCAT will have to move away. But this is probably information that BLACKLIST International can use. They're clearing out as much as they can. The entirety of BLACKLIST International, they rotated around counterclockwise positioning.
Ooh, Donut
They're all
does not
waiting.
see that.
Oh, they know! Mere Fury connecting, but Donut 3-hitting! Appraiser's Wrath coming down right now as Wise tries to buy the time. That's when a Crunch and bot as well, but Donut finds a double! It's a double kill. ATM
The flicker!
going on to Yue. Now Yue buys the immortality, buying some time. It's a triple kill for Donut. ATM has bought enough time. They're gonna go straight for the mid lane. Yue and Venus. How do they make this miracle play happen again? 2 minion waves coming crashing down into the base right now. Yue trying to do magic, but he will not be able to do so. Burn X Flash! The flames of Cambodia live in the venue.